How is everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel.
Make her mine, I'ma make her mine. Said I'll make her mine, I'ma make her mine.
In case you're new here, my name is Dutambiri and this is Sprinkle of Sass. Welcome back to another video, guys. And in today's video, we're going to be doing one of my most favorite things to do in the kitchen. I love to bake. So I have baked everything. Literally, I've done cakes, brownies, cookies. I literally enjoy baking. I've even done those simple mug cakes just when you're craving something sweet and you don't want to go all the way to the oven, so you just make it in the microwave. So because I really enjoy that and I love being in the kitchen, I decided to try out this recipe one time. I think it was probably like 3 weeks ago even. It wasn't a long time ago because my mom saw some bananas in our kitchen that were going bad, so she was like, just find something and do something with them and make something. So I was like, cool. So I went and I found so many recipes on how to make a banana bread. So the internet is inexhaustible. That's all I can say. There are so many recipes depending on what you have, on how much you're willing to spend. And because I like things being very simple, something I can follow, something I can enjoy, I decided to simplify everything. So I ended up finding so many recipes, but of course when you have so many recipes and people from different parts of the world are giving the recipe, you might not be able to find everything at home. So I ended up combining a bunch of recipes and using what I had at the moment and what was more available to me. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I'm just going to be showing you a very simple recipe on how to make this banana bread. Like I said, I've only made it like a couple of times, 3 times actually. I'm not the best at all these cooking things, but I enjoy following a nice recipe and eating delicious food at the end. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So if you have any bananas that are rotting or getting spoiled in your kitchen during this social distancing time, this is a perfect way on how to use them. And don't worry, like for me, I don't like things that have bananas, like ice cream, banana ice cream, banana milkshakes. But for this, you can barely taste the bananas because it's so infused in like a bread-like thing. So you might not even be able to taste bananas. It doesn't taste so banana-ish. I don't know if that's a word. So it's not all in your face. So yeah, these are just very simple ingredients, and trust me, you can make this at home. We have a lot of time on our hands, so being in the kitchen is something I am really enjoying. So yeah, let's just get started. So remember, like I said, I'm no professional. I leave those for Miss Nguru and Atka Louise Kitchen. Those are the people who know exactly what they're doing and why they're doing it. I might know why I'm adding certain things, but for me it's just about my preference, what I enjoy. So that's what I'm going by. So I don't know if people add other things and other things. For me it's just taste, that's it. So I might not be able to explain to you why I'm adding something. Maybe you can give the experts that question. So yeah, this is just a simple banana bread, something that you can make at home whether you know how to bake or not. So the first thing we're gonna need is some bananas. So let me tell you, this bananas looks bad, but the blacker the banana, the better the banana bread. So like if they're actually going bad, like this one, this is actually the sweetest the banana can get. So don't worry if yours are not looking as good. Mine is also looking like this. So this is the best banana to actually use because these are the sweetest. So I just have 5. And yeah, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to mash these bananas into our dish and then add the other ingredients. So let's do that. Okay, so we have mashed up our bananas, and some people like it a bit chunky. Personally, I don't like it chunky. I like it being a bit more smooth, so that I don't taste the bananas. Like I said, I'm not really a big fan of bananas in other dishes. So we mashed up the bananas, and this is how it's looking. Oh, I might pour it, and you know, I'm not a food blogger here. So the first thing I'm going to be adding are my wet ingredients. So for cakes, it's usually you add the wet ingredients before the dry ingredients, because you don't want to overmix. When you overmix the dry ingredients, they become tough, and so your cake becomes really tough. So at least that one I know, so that's what I've told you. So basically the wet ingredients that we're going to be adding is 1 egg. Like I told you, this is a very simple recipe. So 1 egg. Then we're going to add 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil, whatever oil you have in the house, preferably vegetable oil. Then our next wet ingredient is going to be vanilla essence. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Oh, yum, this smells so good. And then before we get into the others, I usually add my sugar. So this sugar is half a cup of sugar. So half a cup of sugar. Don't worry about the measurements. I'm going to include all the measurements in the description box so that you're able to follow along as I do. So I've just added the egg, the oil, the vanilla essence, and the sugar. So now I'm going to mix. So as I'm mixing, I'm also trying to mash up the big pieces of banana that were left. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, now that we've mixed everything into our bowl, that is the wet ingredients, now we're going to be adding our dry ingredients. So personally, what I add is 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So that is what I have inside here. And then I usually like to add some spices. So personally, I add cinnamon and cardamom. Now if you don't have both of them and you have one will do. You can either add cinnamon or you can add cardamom. So because I have both, I'm going to add both into my mixture. And then I'm also going to add a 1/4 tablespoon of salt. This is just so that it's not so sweet and it kind of balances out, but only a 1/4 tablespoon. Finally, we're going to add our flour. And flour, I have measured it at 1 1/4 cup. So 1 1/4 cups of flour. Now during baking a cake, usually you sift these dry ingredients like flour so that it's more fine and smooth. But for banana bread, you want it to be nice and tough and kind of chunky. So that's why I'm not going to sift the flour. So I'm just going to add it the way it is and then mix. So now that we have everything in our bowl, all the dry ingredients, I'm now going to give it a nice mix and then we can get to baking. Okay, So we've finally finished mixing everything, and this is how it looks like. So if you're used to baking cakes, like usually the mixture usually comes out really fine and smooth and it runs like ribbons, but this is more of tough like. This is why I'm calling it a banana bread and not banana cake, because it's not going to be like soft and more, okay, it's not going to be as smooth as a cake. We want it to be like kind of bread like and chunky like and tough like. So this is the consistency that I have. So now we're just going to preheat the oven and then grease our baking tin so that we can get started. Like I said, this is a very simple recipe. Like you've seen, we've just added like things that are probably in your kitchen already. So now let's just get to baking. So I usually preheat my oven to about 180 degrees, and then I end up baking it at 140 degrees for 1 hour. Now why I like to do this, sometimes I think people may consider this really low heat to bake at, but personally when I leave something in the oven, I like to just go about my things and then come back and find that it's done. So I prefer to bake it at somewhat average temperature to me, so that it can rise and brown nicely without me having to get concerned that it's gonna burn. So this is just the temperature that I discovered. Maybe it's because my oven is set to different temperatures, or I don't know, it heats up differently, I don't know, but that's what I do. So I'm going to preheat the oven to 180 degrees as I grease my pan, and then we get to baking. So now we put our banana bread mixture into our baking tin. So this is my baking tin, and it doesn't cover all the way, like it's half, no, like 3/4 way, because we're expecting the banana bread to rise and fill up everything, but we also don't want it to overflow. So this is the amount that I had, and that is based on the ingredients that I used. So this usually just lasts us like one breakfast in this house because everyone enjoys it so much. So this is going to be our breakfast tomorrow morning. So yeah, now we're just going to head on over to the oven, put it in, leave it for 1 hour at 140 degrees because I want to go about my business. I don't want to keep checking on the cake, and I also don't want to keep having the urge to taste it, because when you're baking something, I'm always tempted to taste it, but you have to wait until the end. So that's what we're going to do, and let's put it in the oven. So as we're waiting for our banana bread, you can be doing anything else that you've been doing during this social distancing time. It's a really stressful time in the world right now, but we just need to be relaxed, trying to do everything that you've always wanted to do. Now you have the time, take a break, rest, you know, build a new skill, a new hobby. And I believe soon all of this is going to pass and we're going to go back to a normal life, because I can't stand thinking about my birthday inside the house. It's a bit selfish, but then I really enjoy being outside there, and the only way we can go back outside there soon is if we stay at home and, you know, try and flatten the curve, because being outside there is risky, not only to you but to other people outside there. Just go out when you need to, when you have, let's say, to do some grocery shopping or buy some essentials, and just follow the rules that have been given by the government and by the Ministry of Health and WHO, and I think we'll get over this pandemic sooner than we think. Okay, so it's been 1 hour and we've taken out our bread from the oven, and it's super hot and it smells really, really nice. So this is how it looks like. I usually like mine a bit brown. I usually like mine a bit brown at the top, so I left it for a while for it to become a bit brown at the top. So we're just going to wait for it to cool down a bit. Then we can cut it into slices and enjoy the banana bread. Okay, now that the bread has cooled down and I'm able to hold it in my hands, I am now going to cut it into some slices and taste it. Okay, so that is the end of this video. This is the banana cake. This is just a slice I've put out for myself. And before we end this video, I'm just going to taste it, but I already know how it tastes like because it tastes really, really good. I die. Alright guys, so that is the end of today's video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. This was the banana bread that I ended up making, and like I said, it's a very simple recipe. So if you're interested in trying it out, I'll leave all the ingredients that I used in the description box below, along with the quantities that I used. Remember, you can always modify anything you're making to suit you better. As for me, there's some things that I modified to actually come up with this. So feel free to do anything you want to do with the recipe. It's not my recipe, it's no one's recipe, it's just a recipe I got on the internet and combined with the things that I had. So I really do hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram under Tangwiri or at Sprinkle of Sass. Also, there's a small bell button next to the subscribe button. Just press that, then press all so that you get notified every single time I upload a new video. See you in the next one. Bye! So this is now Duta's banana bread. Duta's banana bread.